the prayer and pledge of allegiance. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item C on the agenda is approval of minutes from May 17th, 2021, regular council meeting. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved. Hearing none, they stand approved. And item D, citizen communication. Is anyone in the audience that would like to address council and something that is not on the agenda, please come up to the podium now. And if you're on the WebEx, you can go into the chat box and put in your questions or concerns there. And at this time, I'm turning it over to the mayor.
Betty Ward, would you come up here real quick for us, please?
Oh, I should not lock the door.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Or do I need my key?
No, yeah,
You have him back here.
yeah. I'm sorry, if you could. Yeah.
I want to make her jump that.
During National EMS Week, I get EMS and EMT, I confused, I apologize. The Safety Services had a first annual joint banquet, the fire and the police, and they gave out awards. And the last award we gave out was to Betty. And what I did was I had everybody that wore a badge stand up, and then I said, if I swear you in, sit down. If John Beischer was your city manager, sit down. If you're here after the Wellington fire, sit down. If you were here, if you were here before the Wildcat got painted the first time, and only Betty Ward was still standing. Betty's been with us for over 42 plus years of service. They had quite a few pictures of Betty, and what we figured out was there's a lot of pictures, and Betty's probably taken a lot of them instead of being in a lot of them. So Betty was in a lot of the group shots, but the action shots, I think she was the one taking them. So Betty, we just want to just say thank you very much for all your service, and I asked you if you would come and join us tonight, just so council had a chance to say thank you very much. Really appreciate, you're one of the things that makes Napoleon really special. It's all about the people, and we really appreciate all your time you spent with us. So, you have anything? I know you said some words that night. I don't know if you wanted to repeat anything like that, or.
I was going to bring my speech, but I was too heavy to carry. I know you don't have time for it. Yeah, it's been 42 years. It's almost half my lifetime. I'll be 89 next week. I expect lots of presents.
That's over the speed limit. That's over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Well, I think your dad was on city council at the time when the state said that it was time that Napoleon had training, EMT training, except not just first aid. We had to go through regular training. And I think he was on city council at that time that they made the decision they better do it, or the ambulances would not be able to go out that door and serve our community. So at that time, I was contacted by a former auxiliary member. She said I could come in and go to school for about 8 months and take the state test and pass the state test, and after 3 years I could leave. Somehow my math isn't right. But the big thing is, when I first came here, we had a little black bag like you see in the old time movies where the wagon trains are going across the United States. At that time, that's what we worked out of when we went in a home and did most of the things. If we needed oxygen, we had to carry a big tank in extra and everything. And as you see, in those 42 years, We carry a blue bag that weighs as much as I do, a monitor that weighs about 25 pounds, a Lucas that we could use for CPR that is heavy also, and things to carry. Our trucks have changed through the years. The old 1928 Betsy is being stored at the police Quonset hut. It's not a good place because it gets covered up. It's part of our history. And it should be restored, but I don't mean with a lot of paint and glitter and stuff. It should be fixed up so it can be brought into a new fire station. I mean, you're running out of room, guys and ladies. We're running out of room over there. When I started, the room upstairs had, there's one shower up there that has 2 stalls. We had one man who was on 24 hours. Today, you've got 4 people here. And when they come in from fires and different things, they need to get cleaned up. Believe me, they do stink. And they have a lot of carcinogenics on them. And even the EMTs, who are just EMTs who come in and work. After every run, you gotta clean up. And this last year, during COVID, it's been even more difficult for staff to clean up and do, and they don't have much space. I'd like to see you get together as you've done through the years. That building was built in 1976. It's gone through a lot. It is packed to the gill. Staffing is so, I don't think you're going to get anybody who's going to put up with you guys for 42 years. I started with Frucci. Remember John Frucci way back when?
No.
Burn the railroad depot.
Yes, and like I say, you're like history sitting there because I think your dad was on console. So you've carried through the years, you're doing lots of things, and you need to do more because everything you do for your fire and police service benefits the whole community. We have changed very much, and I've gone through many runs. I've done a lot of teaching through the years because they gave me awards for that at the schools even. And the other day I had to go to the ER room, and 2 of the nurses are some that I taught CPR. That's getting pretty bad.
Betty, you've taught how many thousands of people?
Well, you came up with the.
Over 5.
Over 5,000, right? Yeah, so I just wonder how many lives,
That's students
yeah.
alone.
Students, I just wonder how many lives you've saved by your teaching. I probably a lot of them, yeah. So, yeah, I just want to just thank you very much for all your service, and we really appreciate everything you've done for us and continue to do for us, so really appreciate
If you want to
it.
see more people stay and things grow, there's got to be things done. I'll help you with a fund drive if you need a new fire,
Okay,
And the key the man gave me to the city doesn't work on any door. I tried.
there's one door, he's gonna find it, it's tricky.
But I've enjoyed my years, and I know that a lot of them do. I'm like history of Napoleon.
You sure?
I'm 4'10", and I haven't grown any farther. I'm still 4'10" when I started. But like I say, here's a repeat of history of someone here
Yep.
whose father probably sat here when the EMTs had to be done.
Probably.
And it's grown from going to school for 6-7 months into going for almost 2 years. You've got a lot of paramedics and stuff. Your firefighters have to go through more hours than that 36 that originally they came here and did long ago. Education's a big thing. And if you stand behind them, I know the community will too. But they really need another place. That shower gets pretty crowded some days. You didn't tell me that.
Thank you, Betty.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you very much. And happy birthday next week.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Great. Item E is reports from council committees. Finance and Budget Committee did not meet on May 24th due to lack of agenda items. E2, Safety and Human Resource Committees met on May 24th. Dan?
At that time, we heard a presentation from the police chief and fire chief on strategic planning for safety services, and they will provide a little more detail to the whole council a little later in the year.
Thank you. And E3, Technology and Communication Committee did not meet tonight due to lack of agenda items. Moving on to item G. G1 is resolution number 019-21, a resolution adopting the 2022 tax budget for the city of Napoleon, Ohio, as required in section 5705.28 and 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code, and directing the finance director to file the same with the county auditor and declaring an emergency. Could I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Kelly?
Thank you. This is the tax levies for the inside and outside millage, and the budget should have been in the packet. Do you want me to go over each one of them, or?
Not necessarily. If anyone has any questions or anything, that'd be fine, but.
And these are the estimates from the county auditor's office.
All right, thank you for that. Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Okay, that will move on to second reading. Item H, second readings of ordinances and resolutions. H1 is ordinance number 017-21, an ordinance establishing a fund to be named American Rescue Allocation Fund is required pursuant to the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 and declaring an emergency. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Kelly also?
Thank you. This is for when we receive the funds. We're still waiting on guidance from the U.S. Treasury. We had the second of the webinars on May 18th, and we have the next one on June 24th. So the state's putting them on, but they're still waiting on some of the guidance for those 4 bullets that we could use it for. So once we have all the guidance to review it, then we'll bring recommendations to council.
Is there any initial guidance, or is it all going to change between now and?
They had some, this is forward-looking versus the CARES Act was the pandemic. And
Okay.
it's for money that was from, costs incurred from March 3rd to December 31st of 2024. We'll get half of the allocation this year. The state will receive, or the state will apply for the funds, we'll get it through the state, unlike the bigger cities that will get it directly to the federal government. We'll report directly to the federal government once a year instead of like the CARES Act, we're reporting quarterly, and we reported it to the state, but we'll report it to the federal government. The performance period is through December 31st of 2026. They said this is like defined projects and how it affects long-term, so then they're gonna wanna know objectives and how you're tracking the activities and what your performance period is, so there's gonna be a lot more work for it than the other.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Okay, we have no third reads, so we'll move on to item J, go to the city. J1, discussion or action, PC 21-07, rezoning of 2 sections of Linfield Estate subdivisions. Mr. Mayor.
The 2 sections of Linfield Estates, they were still commercial from when the Napoleon area schools owned the ground. They have now been, if we approve, they'll be rezoned into residential to build houses basically along the Goodville property over there by the high school, is basically what this is. This passed Planning Commission 5-0.
All right, thank you. Anyone have any questions or comments regarding this? Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Okay, that has been approved. Item J2, discussion or action, PC 21-08, approval of proposed final plat Twin Oaks subdivision 7th edition, Sedward Avenue. Mr. Mayor.
This is just the final plat. We already agreed to the preliminary plat. This includes the Twin Oaks subdivision, the new road, and all the lots that are going in there. A lot of those have already been marked out. The road is basically already built. This did not pass planning commission because 3 of the members abstained under abundance of caution, but it still is going to come forward, obviously, to council for our approval. And the builder really hopes we approve, again, because the road is already there. So we really don't want to tell them no now. But it includes the Juliet piece coming in, and then basically how all the lots are laid out. Is basically what we're looking at here for Sedward in Twin Oaks.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay. We'll need a motion to approve.
What was the caution about?
Myself and Tim both live in Twin Oaks, so we thought we should abstain. And then Suzette Gherkin is working with the builder on another project, so she also just abstained. Again, just in the abundance of caution, just to make sure that we're not showing any. So that we just felt that was just the safest way to do it.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly,
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Okay, that has been approved. Item J3, discussion or action, transfer of liquor permit from Scott McMurtry, DBA Herms to Sattler Family Meats LLC, 734 South Perry Street, S side. Who's taking this one? Want to take that, Billy?
Do I want to take it?
Just asking you, I haven't seen you in a while.
So this is a situation where we would normally ask Chief Mack or
Yeah.
somebody if there have been any complaints or anything like that in the area regarding the liquor permits. To my knowledge, there have been none. I wouldn't expect it from what used to be Herm's Meats in that area. There's not a lot of debauchery going on over that, not that I'm aware of. Anyway.
The extent of the calls we've had over there have just been a lot, so.
Yeah, so if council has a specific objection, they could state it. Otherwise, no action is needed.
Yeah. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate that. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
Do we know what type of liquor permit this is?
I'm not aware.
Okay.
Can you zoom in there? It passed. It passed.
C1, C2.
It passed.
Already?
Uh-huh.
I was last on the agenda.
Uh-huh.
It's a fast agenda.
But you can stay.
No, we'll go there.
Okay.
Thanks.
C1,
Yeah, that's what it
C2.
looks like. Yeah.
That's just beer and wine, right?
I believe so.
Do you know? Okay.
I don't have the list.
There's no action needed from us.
No action is needed from council. The process generally, it envisions if there are major issues there that we would discuss it and then we would cite very specific objections. Otherwise, council would take no action.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. All right, we'll move on to item J4, discussion and action, acceptance of a $3,000 grant from Walmart for the fire department. Chief?
Yeah, this is the grant that will take care of the temp probes for the fire training facility. We did apply for $5,000, but $3,000 is what we were able to get. So it'll take care of most of the cost. I think the temp probes are around $4,600, so we'll have to make up a little bit on that end. But we are grateful for even the $3,000 to support it.
All right, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept this grant?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly.
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
We'll go around the table here and start with Kelly.
Thank you. The TIF revenue bond closed on June 3rd for the 1.1 million. It was at 2.5%, which was the market value. There was $14,500 in closing costs, and the first payment will be June 1st of 2029, and it was structured based on the revenue that we'll get from the TIF district.
Thank you. Anything else? All right. Ross?
Jason, just great job Saturday.
Oh, thank you
With the
very much.
pool.
Thank you.
Really, that whole presentation was wonderful, and to see so many citizens out was amazing. So, great job to Tony and Joel and everyone involved in that project. That's all I have.
Ken?
Mr. Mayor, both speeches, Memorial
Oh,
Day.
thank you very much.
And nothing but fine comments about the pool and the golf course, the clubhouse.
Yes.
Talked to several people before the ribbon cutting, and they were all really appreciated it. Two guys even cut their round short at 5 holes to get into the clubhouse.
Is they thirsty?
Evidently.
Dan?
Yeah, just echoing what's already been said, a great program on Memorial Day and with the pool. And I think we should thank the voters for what they've done, and Tony and his department. I think it's a very fine addition to the city. And the only other thing, the strategic planning that the police and fire are looking at doing is something to cover a 3 to 5 year period with input from everybody, from the youth of the community to senior citizens. And Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're looking at sharing a general outline of your plans with council later this year.
Correct. Yep.
So I think that's a good idea that they have there. That's all.
Thank you. I'll echo everything about the pool and everybody that worked so hard. I will add one more speech. The mayor did a great job at the police and fire award ceremony,
thank you.
and both chiefs, you guys put on an amazing ceremony. That was great, a lot of fun. Thank you for the invitation, and look forward to next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I don't know how you guys did it, but we were there about 2.5, 3 hours. We were there and not one call. That whole thing, the first thing Chief Mack said to me, but I saw him, he goes, "Can we make it through this without calls?" And we did, so that was good. That's all I have.
Yeah, you're right. That was a really nice turnout that night. That was a really good event. That was really well done. So that should be done again. So hopefully I do it again. So
I appreciate that. We just really wanted to focus on showing our appreciation for the staff. I mean, it's one thing to get an award in front of just your own coworkers, but completely a different thing when you're able to get in front of city leaders and also the fire getting in front of police or vice versa. So we do appreciate you coming, and thanks.
Yeah. My turn. I didn't want to
Oh,
step
it's your
on you.
turn.
Yeah, I think it was just a great job by the pool, everybody that helped out with that, from the pool commission to the voters and to everybody that participated, and to the people that donated money for the fun umbrellas and the climbing walls, and just what a great day for Napoleon. If you're proud to be from Napoleon, you're definitely proud on Saturday when those ribbons got cut. So it was really, really great day. So this upcoming weekend, we should have some visitors in town. The 424 garage sales are going on, 10, 11, 12 or something like that. So probably be some more cars around. So just beware and aware that those things are going on. But just really proud to be part of that pool thing, and thank you very much for all the compliments. It was a really good event. So Amanda did a great job putting that together, and obviously Tony and his team, from get-go. And like I said that day, it's hard enough to redecorate a kitchen with just you and your spouse. I can't imagine having a city council, a pool commission, his own committee, his own board, and his wife telling him, do it this, no, do it that, no, do it this. And yet Tony's able to thread that needle pretty well. So we could,
Probably lots of others.
and probably lots of others, exactly right, yeah. Yep, so I thought it was just a really, really great, well done project, so, yeah. Thank you very much.
Lori?
Absolutely no thunder left. Can't say it any better than you guys did, so nothing for me.
Yeah, what can you say? I remember the old pool back in 1972, and then we tore it down in 78. Now we got this new facility. It's just awesome. I'll tell you what. While I was at the campground Saturday night, I had some people from Defiance tell me the lady's father-in-law lives here in Napoleon, and he had called her and said, "You have to bring my grandkids to this facility." So she just said, "Well, did you have something to do with that?" I said, "Well, yes." I said, we approved it, and we worked hard at this, and it's been a long time coming. And we're glad that we finally got to do something with the citizens, and really, we really did give the citizens of Napoleon something to be proud of. And that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, not much to add, but wow, wasn't it neat to see those kids' faces? Like, are they walking in and see that bucket dump, the slides? I mean, that was just, what a neat day Saturday. So, and Mayor, nice job on all your
Thank-
speeches. They were great, so, that's it.
Thank you. Billy?
Nothing for me, thank you.
All right. Chief?
I did talk to Tony today to see if he wanted to pass anything on. He just said that it was, extremely busy throughout the free weekend, and stated that his manager of the pool is doing a fantastic job, and all the rest of the staff are really fitting in pretty well. And so when he went over there on Sunday morning and checked it all out, he was just quite impressed himself on being new staff and how they had everything, adjusted and put away and ready to go for the next time. So he's looking forward to it, but, otherwise, just the normal getting used to a new operating procedure along of, it's quite a bit different than the last
There's a
one.
lot
So.
of chaos in that one area.
Yeah, a lot of things happening, and that was one of the things I had asked him too. Is how are the lifeguards doing with that? Big change and just not sitting in the chair. They're there in the shallow end, and he said that they had no complaints and they really enjoyed it. So, but
Great. Thank you. And
Yep.
thank you for showing up on Saturday. That's nice. You didn't have to do that. You live, a little distance away, but for you to take time out of your day to come there, it's great.
I have told Tony the whole time I've been so happy for him and the city, because I truly believe that this pool is a staple for us, and people will travel and they will be there because it is something for all ages to do. So it's just excellent, and so really happy to see it completed.
Right. Great. Thank you. All right. Move on to item L, approve payment of bills. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payment of bills shall stand approved. Hearing none, they stand approved. Could I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Molly,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
All right, we are
Now,
adjourned.
does that mean you plan on dumping on me 2 weeks from now?
Oh, yeah, I saved a bunch for that meeting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, you didn't ask a lot of